Dear single fathers, please have dates with your leftover counterparts, aka single mothers. You are leftovers. You suck. You are losers. You are shit. And you are nothing but trash that will attract more trash to a poor child-free woman's life. I don't know if you shit for brains have noticed, but you are everything that is wrong with this world. What you do to women is absolutely criminal. Your hypocrisy would make Donald Trump look like a Boy Scout. Oh hello.
You a wee wowie. Stupid bitch. No, you suck. You are shit. You are a loser. And you are worse than trash. You do nothing useful with your time besides talking shit about men. It's not like women are sweet angels.
I never said that. I agree that single mothers are just as bad as single fathers. But you rather mouth foam at every comment I make.
I don't understand why you keep up with this nonsense.
Simply because I rather be drafted than deal with single fathers and a golden uterus ex-wife. Women who have self-respect wouldn't date a single father.
And how do you know that? Dating a single father is greatest form of emotional maturity.
I don't see what's so mature about putting yourself on last place and your needs on hold. Or is it only mature in your book if it gives men the most benefits of dating a woman with no baggage? Because as far as I know, men who date single mothers are considered stupid. Especially if she expects you to financially support her crotch demons.
If a single father can't make time for you, then it's understandable you don't want him, but refusing just because he has kids without giving him a fair chance is narcissistic. You're not chasing a virtuous man just because he has priorities, and that's fucked up.
The narcissist is the single father for thinking he's entitled to a child-free woman while he puts her last. Relationships should be about putting each other on first place. When that's impossible, it will never thrive. Single fathers are a black hole with no return. You enter a relationship with them easily, but you can't get out as easily. At times it's even impossible. Everyone expects you to be considerate, but where is the consideration on their part?
They are trying to be good partners and make the best of things.
No, you as the child-free woman is there to make the best of things. It is you who has to make the best of things for yourself and him while you are put up with extra luggage while he doesn't have to do anything. Dating single fathers is like being on an eternal booty call list. Women who are used by men for a booty call have no say in anything. They have no say in how things should change, how you want your feelings to be respected. You are there to please men and then you are on your own. But the only difference is that you are with the delusion that you are loved and your understanding and sacrifices are appreciated. You need to understand that single fathers have no intention to bring something on the table. They are seen as men who need your pity or a second chance, while they don't even deserve it. But you as a woman is expected to bring a lot on the table. Your money, your time and your patience will be his to use and exploit while remain on the short end of the stick.
You're acting like single fathers have no sense of compassion.
They don't, otherwise they wouldn't try and do this shit to you.
Single fathers have a lot more sense of responsibility compared to child-free me.
Not really, otherwise they would pity your soul and not drag you into a hot mess. They would feel responsible for your well-being and self-worth and not let that shatter by dating you. They would acknowledge that they can be suitable partners anymore. But you never see them do that. They lie to your face. It's like STD carrier wanting relationships without telling them they'll be in deep shit if they sexually engage. They refuse to admit that nobody, especially a young woman, deserves to lay in a bed she never made, being a part of a broken family with all kids of unpleasant challenges. Single fathers only approach single child-free women because they know that a single mother will never be able to give what a child-free woman can. She can give him the best, and that's what they prey on. Like vampires, they will attach themselves to their victims until there is nothing left to suck out of. Nobody talks about it, but I've seen women anonymously send messages and explain the horror they went through. So that pretty much debunks your claim that single fathers have compassion.
But what about single mothers who prey on single child-free men? I never see you moan about that.
There are heaps of detailed videos telling men to avoid single mothers. There are heaps of articles online that discourages you to date them. In the Bible or any other holy scripture, they discourage men to date single mothers. Single mothers are called loose whores letting children to be born out of wedlock, and even Christians who give Bible teachings tell men to stay away from them. So where is our security? Who will teach us right from wrong when it comes to choosing a man? Well, there aren't any, because everyone encourages women to date single fathers, and there isn't anything wrong with it. One woman even asked me that divorced men are date-worthy.
They are. It's not always the man's fault that the relationship went wrong.
It's not a ship's fault that it got shipwrecked, but would you still trust that thing to let passengers on it? Or would you prefer a ship that is intact? If you won't trust a shipwrecked ship, then why would you trust one in human's form? Chances are high that it will sink with you on board. Just because single fathers had a relationship that went wrong doesn't mean you owe them anything. Please explain why I as a woman would jeopardize my health, my happiness, my right to have the best a relationship can offer for a man who should focus on being a father instead?
You can't compare men to shipwrecks. It's bigotry at its finest. You are being self-driven and cold towards him and his kids.
But why can men call rape victims damaged goods? Putting them in that category just because their virginity is taken from them? Why is it only bigotry when men are made uncomfortable for merely existing?
That's a whole different scenario. You are acting like single fathers are garbage and that they don't deserve love.
Nobody deserves love. You have to earn it. Single fathers don't deserve it simply for hiding everything that is wrong with their relationship at the moment. They will never tell you that their ex is a psycho. They will never tell you that their kids are horrible, and that he is an unstable man emotionally and financially, and you just have to wait and see. It's like entering a haunted house. Attention is so dark that you don't even know when a ghoul will pop up. If single fathers are worthy of our love, then why do 70% of child-free women regret moving in with single fathers?
Because they are ungrateful childish bitches, who don't understand what being a father means.
Child-free men are also usually the ones who will regret dating single mothers in the long run. So what are you going to call them?
Single mothers are worse?
They aren't. Single fathers might have more time, but they are just as manipulative and scummy as their female counterpart.
I've seen plenty of stories where women are happily married with single fathers, or in some cases a man takes the father role on their shoulder and give those kids a wonderful life. That's something you would never do because it's all about you.
Are you going to walk into a field of landmines just because a few people escaped with all their limbs attached? No, you wouldn't. The few cases where everything went well are overshadowed by the cases where women crashed and burned. Besides, you don't know what the child-free individual went through, how the single parent manipulated them, and what they need to sacrifice in order to make the relationship work, while there is zero sacrifices on the single parent's end. You don't hear that side of the successful stories dating single fathers. Women are manipulated to keep quiet about that part simply because the kids aren't allowed to feel like they are the elephant in the roll.